Let's do this. Is the room open?
Yeah.
Hello, baby. Hello, nasty. Hello there. Hello. I say hello. Hello, friend. Well, hello, little girl. Hello, my treacherous friends. Hello, operator. The beginning of everything. Welcome back, my friends. It's showtime.
Hey everybody, welcome to The Brink of Sanity, episode 360. I just looked at it. 363, part of the Big Heads Media Podcast Network at bigheadsmedia.com. I did not find the hello song. I just played the beginning of another episode.
I hate you. I hate you so much.
I mean,
you cannot find the hello song.
I just played it.
I just want to end the goddamn show then.
But I just played it. You wouldn't have known the difference if I didn't say anything.
Well, now I feel like it's the fraudulent piece of garbage you're doing, Jay.
Well, it looks like we have to cancel the show. Good night, everybody. It's been
It's like best day ever.
And back to
you should you know what you should do, Jay?
Mhm.
You should turn the goodbye song and the hello song, these compilations you have, which are goddamn amazing, into NFTs.
not for...
Have you been following the NFT craze?
Nice fucking tie.
If an NFT was a nice fucking tie, it would make more sense.
Okay.
A NFT, have you heard of NBA Top Shot?
Yes.
It is a version of an NFT. NFT stands for non-fungible token. I believe I might have, but about what I have. It's basically, they use the blockchain in which I feel like when I talk about this stuff, I feel like someone in the 1990s being like, the webs, we're on the webs, and there's an internet in the webs. Like, I feel like a fucking moron talking about this stuff. But a non-fungible token is on the blockchain, essentially a distributed ledger, which allows you to give a personal identification code to whether it be a trading card or a piece of art. It's this whole world of a giant bubble that has exploded onto the scene. So essentially, what a NBA Top Shot is, they're little GIFs, like 7-second clips or 6-second clips of some player dunking or something, and they're basically kind of like online basketball cards. And they're on this NFT system where each one has an identifiable like code. So each one has a unique code.
Right.
And they're going for lots of money.
Mm-hmm.
I have a friend who said he put in $500 and it's now worth $8,000. Apparently, like he's just putting a little bit of money into it. This world has gone insane.
It is.
There's this guy called Beeple. Have you heard of Beeple?
I have not heard of Beeple.
I think it's Beeple. What's his name? It's
Beaker?
Beetle.
Beetle.
What is it called? It's called the Beeple. No, it's Beeple. He was this artist online who did these things called the Everyday Projects, where each day he would basically make a little picture of art representing something going on that day.
Mm-hmm.
He did 5,000 of these. He did it for like 2007. Now they have and he was making almost no money off doing these little pieces of art online.
Mm-hmm.
Now they have this way to basically turn all online art into like a collector's item. He put all of the art, all 5,000 pieces, into one collage. Christie's auction house sold it. How much do you think they got for it?
$5,000.
$69 million.
Oh my God.
Yes, this world is out of control. This is also something anyone could have this piece of art. Like anyone could have a picture of a copy of the Mona Lisa. But this is the unique original. And this world, there's so many things that are selling. They're the dumbest shit possible. There was a picture of the flying kitty or something. What's it called? The some kind of kitty, basically. That you've heard of these tradable kitties that went for like $300,000.
Why are people buying that though?
Because people want to it's like the crypto kitty. You told me about crypto kitty, right?
Yeah.
It's the same thing. people just want to invest money in fucking anything. You know how you're like, hey, I wish I had a little bit more money? All these people are like, man, I've got so much money. I'm just going to throw it around at anything.
Yeah, apparently. I was telling you last night, I have these old Marvel trading cards, and I had a bunch of the hologram cards. And so I put it on eBay, 5 of the hologram cards, and I started the bidding at $70, and I got a bid within 15 minutes. And like, who knows how high this is going to go. And it's pretty insane.
Yeah. Well, imagine instead of $70, someone's bidding $70,000 for your thing. Like,
Yeah.
it's so. I don't know what happened, but like it went from the stock market to cryptocurrency, and now the most bizarre stuff online. So basically, what do you think of the idea first, like the this NBA Top Shot thing being worth so much money?
I really don't understand it because it seems like it's a GIF that you can get on Twitter.
Yeah, the actual while you own the card, you could see this card anywhere. Anyone could see it anywhere, and you have no rights to it. You can't if CNN or ESPN played your GIF, you wouldn't get any licensing fees.
I went to the website and I saw like this Julius Randle card was worth like $6,000 or something. But I watched the dunk, so I'm like, well, I could see it. Why do I want to pay $6,000 if I could see it for free? I don't get it.
Right. I mean, value is based on just what people will pay for it, and
it's weird.
As far as the physical world, people buy antique vases. They buy all different kinds of antiques for lots of money.
Sold one of those,
and the stuff really has no value.
No.
Like, what do you think about people that buy antiques?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm going the opposite route. I'm selling everything.
I mean, like realistically, the Mona Lisa has no value, just but people pretend it's worth something.
Right.
Just like people pretend the CryptoKitties are worth $100,000.
I mean, yeah, nothing really has any value when you think about it.
Yeah. I mean, like that's, and like you can say like certain things, like people say, well, like a diamond, I don't know if a diamond really has any actual purpose. Like there's some item you buy something and you're like, well, at least I could use it for this actual purpose. Like a computer has some value because I can actually use it for something. Does gold really have any value?
I'd rather a computer than a diamond.
I guess so. I don't know.
What are you gonna do? Put a diamond on a shelf and look at it?
I mean, that's what women do when they're on their hands. my wife has a diamond on her present her hand, and she looks at that, and that's how I said, "Please be mine."
Great.
It's a weird world, huh? With this stuff.
Yeah, that's a lot of money to. It's like, can you just answer me for less?
Yeah. What if you got down on your hands and knees and you proposed with a CryptoKitty?
I don't think she would say yes.
What if she's like, well, I thought you didn't love me. This CryptoKitty is worth $150,000. I mean, the diamond's I'm not gonna get you $150,000 diamond. This CryptoKitty is worth a lot.
I really don't think you understand how rare this CryptoKitty is.
But I see the CryptoKitty elsewhere. Yeah, but I also included a thing of LeBron James dunking. Yeah, I've seen LeBron James dunk, but I own this NBA Top Shot version of it. It's worth $50,000. But I could see this anywhere else. But I own it. Oh, so I saw it on ESPN. Did ESPN pay? No, they don't pay me shit.
I found an old box of my Garbage Pail Kids. Those are worth money too. You remember those?
Yeah. Have you put them on eBay yet?
I have not. I have to go through them because I threw away a lot of money. I didn't know. I was 7 years old. My dad got me an uncut sheet of the second series, but I was 7, so I cut them into the individual cards, so they're all fucked up. So I have to see which ones I have that aren't fucked. Like the checklist, I was checking off the ones I had. So like a lot of them are shitty, but I have to go through. I'm sure some of them I have are like,
But how do you know which ones aren't shitty in the sense of like, I don't know which ones are worth anything.
I found a site that's like obsessed with Garbage Pail Kids, and it lists every single card and like how much they're worth and blah, blah, blah.
What condition are they in?
Most of them are not great, but some of them are in good condition. Do you know they are making them still?
What?
They started again in about 2004, and they've been making them ever since.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So there's a lot now.
So with this this NFT thing, just going back to that for 1 second, I guess apparently like there was a musician that released an album with an NFT as a way to like get paid for that. The cool thing about NFTs, if you make art that's sold on there, is that you get you can get like a 10% cut on every resale.
Mm-hmm.
So the guy that did the one that was sold for $69 million had also made a bunch of other ones, and he sold them all for $1. And then watched over a course of a weekend where those dollar sales turned into millions of dollars for him because he got 10% of every purchase. Because basically, with these the way that crypto is, they can record every time it's sold and send 10% back to you.
Huh.
Or way the blockchain works. So anyway, if any listener out there knows anything about how to make an NFT, it can help us turn Brink of Sanity into an NFT. You could have half the profits. Is that a solid offer?
Yeah, absolutely.
So we'll take the best episode. Andrew, learn about NFTs. We'll take the best episodes of Brink. We'll release them, and the next podcast also. What the hell? Release them in NFTs, sell them, and I'm sure they'll sell for millions of dollars. And you'll get half of the millions. Or anyone else out there that knows anything about computers.
I mean, this Twitch channel's already raked in 9 cents. So if we
now we're getting mugged, Jay. People are going to try and rob us for those 9 cents.
If we can get an NFT onto this Twitch channel.
You want to play that story I sent you?
Sure. So do you want me to explain it all, or you just want me to play the audio?
Just start playing and then we'll talk about it.
Okay.
Take me back to a few years ago when you start to see these headlines coming out and smearing your good name. How did you feel at the time when you were seeing these headlines?
So this is Papa John's.
The head of Papa John's, the former CEO?
Yeah, former CEO of Papa John's being interviewed on the OAN network. Very legitimate news network.
Is this on the OAN? This is Trump's network?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I didn't even realize when I sent that to you. Okay.
State of shock. Unbelievable. I couldn't understand it. I mean, again, you have a public board that paints its chairman complicit, passive, or active. They paint the founder as a racist. They know he's not a racist. It's just unbelievable. And I used to lay in bed just going, how did they do this? And we've had 3 goals for the last 20 months to get rid of this N-word in my vocabulary and dictionary and everything else because it's just not true. Figure out how they did this and get on with my life. If Papa John's would just say, hey, we got in a hurry, we didn't follow proper.
Take me back.
It just cuts off right there. So he has no idea how people thought he was racist, but his goal is to stop saying the N-word constantly. Is that
yes.
Did I get that right?
That is basically the story. The guy from Papa John's doesn't know why people are saying he's a racist, and he's working really hard to get rid of the N-word from his vocabulary.
I mean, the mystery will just continue, I guess. Who knows why?
Yeah, I mean, Jay, did you have to work hard to get rid of the N-word from your vocabulary?
I went in and out of rehab a few different times. We had a couple interventions, or I just never say it.
Yeah, never. At no point, am I thinking don't say the N-word, don't say N-word. Hi, God damn it.
Wasn't he saying it on conference calls with his coworkers and stuff?
Yeah, I think so.
That's usually not the smartest route to take.
No, how did he get this far? At what point Papa John's is like, hey, you know who we should promote? The guy's been saying the N-word all the time. Let's make him the head of the company.
But he makes really shitty pizza.
They're like, have you tried Domino's? Oh, yeah, you're right. Let's make him the head of the company again.
You know how Domino's sucks? It's worse than Domino's.
I don't know if it's worse than Domino's. I take umbrage. The N-word pizza is actually better than Domino's.
I think it was until Domino's did the whole "sorry we served you crappy pizza for so long" campaign, and they like redid their recipe. And now I think Domino's is better than Papa John's.
Oh, okay. I remember that also. Like, the pizza's been shit all these years. This is your campaign slogan. This is your. You guys are saying this out loud.
They should just bring back the Noid to distract everybody.
So apparently the guy from Papa John's, it was reported that he said the N-word during a media training exercise. And then when he was asked how he would distance himself from racist groups, he reportedly complained that Colonel Sanders never faced backlash for using the same word. Apparently, every one of your favorite fast food places are run by people that use the N-word.
I never heard the Colonel Sanders controversy.
No, I don't really know that one. I
think he made that one up.
Allegedly from the story or whatever.
I think he made that one up.
Yeah, well, you know, if he uses the N-word, he probably is a trusted source.
He's like, you think that's bad? You should hear what the Taco Bell dog has to say.
Yeah, Ronald McDonald. Holy crap, does he molest kids? Jay, I have a question for you on a different note.
Yeah.
Why in God's name would I want to see a 4-hour version of the Justice League?
Well, because the 2.5-hour version was really bad. So an hour and a half more of it has to be good.
HBO is advertising they're going to have very soon the 4-hour Snyder cut. Like, I guess the director of the 2017 film. I've never seen a bad movie or even any movie and go, I wish there was an hour and a half more of this movie. That would be really helpful. Shit that they left behind is I really want to see more of that.
I can barely get through a 2-hour movie. I get antsy like an hour and a half in.
If it's a 3-hour movie, make it a goddamn miniseries. I don't want to. I understand being in the theater. It's just too goddamn long.
Yeah, split it in two.
Did you see Justice League? I have not watched it. I know you are big into these movies. I am not as big.
I have not. DC makes a lot of bad movies, and so I stopped watching them.
I tried watching the Batman versus Superman.
I heard that was horrible too. Yeah, I didn't watch that, but I heard it was bad.
It was just boring. What do you think? What are they adding in the 4 hours? Like the extra hour and a half is just like when they go to like a Batman and Wonder Woman all go to a key party.
I mean, maybe they're doing all the backstory on the characters because, like,
there's an eyes wide shut like party they go to.
It's just them going bowling, and they show the entire 10 frames for each character.
It's just them getting like getting ready in the morning. They're like, yeah, I know I changed fast in that phone booth, but like I also I take the lint brush to this. I really make it look good.
It just turns into a documentary.
Yeah.
I wasn't always into crime fighting.
I know people say Batman's all dark and all, but you know what? I like happy music. I'm gonna play you that song "Happy" by Pharrell. I like to hum that song. I'm gonna hum it for the next 45 minutes.
Superman's into painting. They just showed full portrait.
Is that like the George Bush thing? After he's president, all they show him is doing they're like, yeah, remember this guy that led us into war and all this horrible stuff happened? He's now into painting. Let's follow him doing painting.
Yeah.
What else is going on with you, Jay?
Not too much. Still just selling all my possessions, getting ready to move.
Selling all your possessions, like if you don't say the move part, it just sounds like you're gonna kill yourself.
Yeah.
That's what someone just asking, how you doing? I'm just in the process of selling all my possessions. Why? I don't need them anymore. Where I'm going, I don't need possessions.
I did. Now when I get phone calls, I turn on my recording equipment and I play them. So later, if you want to hear, I have I got a scam call and I tried to see what the scam was. It's not.
You want to play it? Is it good? Is it worth playing now, or should we wait?
It's okay. It's not hilarious, but
Okay.
It's all right.
Actually, I have a really lame call that I'm going to play for you guys. Tune in.
I wouldn't say it's terrible. It's just
Should we make it a behind the paywall Patreon feature?
we'll put that whatever thing you just said in PT or whatever.
In NFT.
Yeah.
So actually the other day I had a Zoom meeting for work.
Mm-hmm.
And it was us and like another organization, and I get on early because I've been showing up late to some of them, which like I show up like right, they say like 10 o'clock. If you show up just at 10 o'clock, people are like, you're supposed to have been on already. I'm like, fuck.
Oh, no, my job.
Anyway, you have to be in 5 minutes early.
My job, I show up at like 9:59 for 10 o'clock, and it's just me.
Okay.
Like everyone is rude, and it's like, yeah, it's weird.
Anyway, I show up at like a few minutes early, which was good. This was very good that I showed up early. And the HR woman's on the other side,
mm-hmm.
and she's like, "Hey, Mark, your voice sounds a little weird." It's like, great, good way to start my day. But I'm like, yeah, how about now? I don't really understand technology, so I don't know how to fix this. And she's like, why don't you just log out and log back in? I do that, log back in, and she's like, Mark, your voice sounds really high. I've talked to you on the phone before. It just sounds off. And I was like, yeah, I have no idea what to do about this. Are you sure? Like, it really sounds off. She's like, yeah. Do you have kids? Zuck! I realized really fast we had done a family Zoom pretty like over the weekend, and my son downloaded a voice changing feature. I sounded like Donald Duck.
That's hilarious.
I also had no idea how to turn Donald Duck off. She's like, just turn off audio and call in from your phone, which I had to do. I figured out how to get it off later, but I was like, I couldn't figure it out in the next minute. I'm glad I showed up early, or else everyone would be there for me sounding like Donald Duck. So
you were like that guy who called in as a cat and he couldn't get his...
Yes, exactly. I had the real life moment of that.
That's awesome.
We referenced that in the conversation. And the best part is if maybe we hadn't spoken on the phone before, she might have let Donald Duck voice go. Because she's like, I've heard your voice before. As if she hadn't heard my voice, she'd be like, I guess he sounds like Donald Duck. I guess we'll go with this.
Was she being polite, or do you sound a little bit like Donald Duck?
Maybe I sound a little bit like Donald Duck. Real, I don't know. But on the voice changing thing my son downloaded, that was Donald Duck apparently.
That's funny.
I knew he downloaded. I didn't realize. Like I thought maybe you got to turn it. I shouldn't let him have free reign over our computer before I'm going to do something work related the next day.
You got your Skype name to actually say your real name, though.
Yeah, I had to do that. So it doesn't say my name. I logged in with Facebook. That's why. Because I had to do it because we had a teacher conference, which you do those over Zoom also. And the teacher said you have to put your name in so I know who your child is. And the name I had currently on there was Morgan Unicorn. And my wife was like, fix this. I'm like, I don't know how to fix this. And I eventually fixed it.
You've had so many different names since we started doing the shows live.
Yeah.
Morgan, Elizabeth, Zach.
The first time I got my own name right. Nailed it.
That's funny.
Hey, Jay, do you think you'd be a good parent? I know you don't have kids.
I do. I really do.
Would you, like, let's say you have a daughter. I know you're probably picturing what it's like to have a son, but let's say you have a daughter and she wanted to be a cheerleader. Would you go out of your way to create deep fakes to bully your daughter's rivals?
I saw something about that on the news.
Yeah.
I didn't know what it was about. I just saw like rival parent creates deep fake, and I was like, okay, I guess it was a slow news day.
Yeah. Well, or just like the craziest story. She created like you know what a deep fake is? For people that don't know, it's basically creating a digital. It's basically I'll make something like that looks like Jay doing something I put his head on someone else's body and make it look like it's him. I guess for Jay, I'll make it look like it's him getting out there, hanging out with other people, getting COVID.
Hey, Have you seen it's a trend on TikTok for people to make Tom Cruise deep fakes?
No.
And
Share.
and they're absolutely like I don't know how they do it, but it looks just like Tom Cruise.
Yeah, apparently they're getting really good with the deep fakes, where like people like you really like they can do a deep fake of like our current president doing something where like he with a prostitute and like people might fall for it.
Mm-hmm.
It's scary how good they can do this stuff.
Yeah, it really is.
I'm gonna assume all the Tom Cruise ones on TikTok are just real, because that sounds better. I'm gonna look those up also.
I'm gonna see if I can pull them up because there's 3 of them, and they're like, I don't know how they do it. Like technology, I guess, has just passed me by.
So I guess apparently the mom made deep fakes of the I guess the rival cheerleaders drinking naked, smoking, and tried to basically blackmail them not to be on the cheerleading squad. Or I don't know. I didn't follow. I didn't read the whole story, but I mean, it's like the mom was like, "Hey, I'd like my story to be on a Lifetime movie."
All right, can you see that?
Wait, let me see if we go on there. This will be good for. Oh yeah, we do have an audio, video part of this. Yeah.
You can see it.
You know, I'm having trouble plugging up this. Oh, hang on.
You just have to look at the screen.
Yeah. That is tough. I'm trying to. For a reason, I minimized it. I'm so bad with technology.
Okay.
What's up, TikTok?
Hang on.
You guys cool if I play some sports?
Why can't I make this bigger?
I don't know.
I
What are you having trouble doing?
I can't make the guy. Okay, got it now. Okay, I am so bad with. Okay.
Wow, dude.
Go. That looks like Tom Cruise.
I mean, they got the voice and everything.
Polar bear? He said, enough to break the ice.
I mean,
isn't that crazy?
That's really crazy.
Yeah.
Anyone out there that knows about NFTs and deep fakes, contact us and make deep fakes of Jay, just doing weird shit at orgies. But don't you think like you'll see like it'll be getting a trend where you'll see like deep fakes of people and no one will know whether it's real or not, and scandals will be created out of like thin air?
Oh, absolutely. That's definitely going to be the new like crime of the future.
Yeah. Awesome. The world's only getting better.
The world is getting better. As if the internet couldn't get any shittier.
Yeah. Were you down with the big story that happened pretty recently?
I'm not sure.
The big story, the Oprah interview, Jay. Are you down with the Oprah interview? You know what I'm talking about yet?
I guess. I mean, I don't really care.
Meghan Markle, the royals, the Duchess, was interviewed by Oprah.
Cool. I mean, it's like
Meghan Markle and Prince Harry were interviewed by Oprah. If you follow the story, and I know Jay has, they have. My understanding is they have left the royal family and come to the U.S. because they felt they were being mistreated by the royal family. So they want. I guess their idea is that we want none of the obligations of being royals, but all of the fame.
Yeah, they also want to not get a job, but live in a mansion, and it's working.
Yeah, apparently, like Meghan said, she was really upset. I guess the royal family is racist. I don't know. They said they were worried about the color of the baby she was going to have.
There's a shocker. Nobody saw that coming.
Yeah, I'm shocked. These people. I am shocked the royals are out of touch. Anyway, she said she didn't want to be alive anymore. She was suicidal, which I would respond, I think this is the shit you signed up for, so I don't give a fuck.
I mean, even if she's upset, like, you know, that sucks and I get it, but like these people, like he was born into royalty and he said, I'm leaving, and everyone's like, oh, move here, we'll pay for everything for free. It's like,
yes, it's such, like, I have to say I have more respect for the Kardashians than these people.
It's like, get a job then.
Meghan Markle was an actress. She was on a TV show. At least she was doing stuff, and she gave that all up. She's like, she didn't accidentally fall in love with the prince. She set out, this was like some mission she had, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And now she's like, oh, it's not working out how I wanted. So I'm going to come to America and I'm going to be a fucking bitch, basically.
I thought this inbred racist family would be more accepting of my skin color.
All I want to do is just be royalty without the racism.
It's like you can't even be Duchess anymore. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, can you like get a fucking job at Burger King? Go back to acting. Just do something else then, okay? Stop trying to like play off your goddamn, like at least the Kardashians have some bullshit fame off of a porno video, whatever. At least they fucking worked for it.
I don't even want to know how much money they got for the Oprah interview. It's probably like 10 years of my salary.
I don't know. I think actually I heard they didn't get any money for it. But of course, it's like it's such amazing advertising for their brand. And I'm sure they're making hundreds of millions of dollars off their brand. You know what has less value than NFTs? These people.
I was about to say, how do you sell a brand? And I was like, oh, that would explain why we can't get more than like 3 people in our rooms, because I don't even know how to sell a brand after. By the way, this is the first episode of the 13th season of Brink.
13th season?
Yeah. If you
we
figure
have seasons?
If you figure each year is a season.
You're dropping that we're having seasons? This is what you're doing? You're like I just decided, I made an executive decision that we were doing seasons.
If you just say each calendar year is a season, this is season 13.
It'd be great on the news, like the Dan Rather, Tom Brokaw. I don't know who the current news people are, but they're like, Tom Brokaw's like, just letting you know, this is the 37th season of the news. Sorry, what, Tom? This is the season. Like we're a TV show now.
It'd be even funnier if he was like, today marks the 13th season of the Brink of Sanity podcast, and everyone's like, what the hell did he just say? we still get no downloads.
We have 10 fans, but one of them is like a famous newscaster.
Yeah, it's like Lorenzo, Andrew, and Tom Brokaw.
Yeah, is John Brokaw even on TV anymore?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I watch ABC, and it's like David Muir.
So okay,
I don't know.
David Muir. David Muir. That'd be funny because if David Muir was a fan of us, I wouldn't know who he was. He'd be like, "I'm on ABC. Yeah, I'm on the Big Heads Media Podcast Network."
Oh, funny story about that.
I saw, but tell me. I'd go on.
Yeah, every week when I upload an episode, I tag Big Heads Media, and I've been tagging the wrong Big Heads Twitter account for about 5 months, and they just told me, like, "Hey, we're not the network you think we are."
So basically, yeah, it doesn't really even matter. I saw that they were like, "We're not. Why are you tagging us every week?" And you're like, "But you're the. We're not who you think we are."
Yeah, so I wasn't even following the actual Big Heads Media Twitter.
Well, did you figure that out now? Are you following the right one now?
Yeah. They weren't following us either, so now we're following each other.
Yeah, we're
up to a good relationship so far.
I heard this was from a little while ago, but I thought there was a funny story. Scalia died a while, like Antonin Scalia, the former Supreme Court justice, died a while ago, many years ago. Like 4 years ago, I guess, at the end of Obama's presidency.
Yeah, the Democrats smothered him with a pillow, according to InfoWars.
Yeah. So at the time, like sometime afterwards, George Mason, their law school, was given $30 million to name the law school after Scalia. What do you think of that?
Not the best person they could have picked.
Yeah, well, maybe they're more conservative. They're in the South, whatever. So they named the law school. Wait, what is it? Antonin Scalia School of Law. What do you think?
Okay. I mean,
Antonin Scalia School of Law.
ACC.
Scalia. Split. Antonin Scalia School of Law.
I don't get what you're.
Let's see let's see how long until it takes you to get this. They named the law school Antonin Scalia School of Law. Use the first letters. Antonin Scalia. Scalia. Are you getting this yet?
Asshole.
They named the school Ass Law. They subsequently had to change the name when they figured out that basically everyone was going to start calling the school Ass Law. But I thought that was an appropriate name for a law school, named after Scalia, Ass Law.
Mm-hmm. Or if you just do School of Law, it would be like asshole without the E.
Yeah, okay. That's true, too.
I don't know how some of these things get through without anybody noticing.
So, Jay, when are you getting your shot? When are you getting your vaccine?
Sometime in May, I forget. I don't know, 22nd?
Oh, yeah, we talked about this already. We talked about it off the show.
Yeah.
How is your life? So, actually, I now have a May 4th date.
Okay.
I've been moving up earlier in May. So, in May, everyone's supposed to be allowed to get it. So, yeah. So,
when I get my move-in date,
are you going to throw out your outdoor outfit?
No.
No?
No.
How's your life going to change after you get the shot?
I'll allow myself to be around people a little more, but I'm still going to be washing my hands and wearing a mask. People are filthy. And
are you going to live the rest of your life like that?
Hopefully.
Really?
I mean,
Jay, can we do an in-person break after we're both vaccinated?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm not shaking.
I can breathe on you.
Yeah, but I'm not shaking. I'm not shaking your hand. I'm not shaking your hand. I'm not touching you.
You're not shaking my hand?
No.
Could I lick your face?
No.
What if I give you $10, let me lick your face?
No.
Just the cheek. Not in a gay way, Jay. I just want to give you my germs.
No.
$1,000, let me lick your cheek.
Well, now you're getting warmer to I mean $1,000.
$2,000, I get to lick your cheek.
Yes, but I'm definitely running straight to the bathroom and scrubbing my cheek afterwards.
Would you rather have me lick your cheek or lick your ear?
I think cheek. I feel like ear is bordering on sexual.
You know, on the 13th season of The Brink of Sanity, it got real weird.
Too hot for sanity.
Too hot for So when you're fully vaccinated, you are going to, when you walk around the city, or walk around in your neighborhood, are you going to wear a mask?
Probably, because, I mean, just because I'm vaccinated doesn't mean other people are, and you're not guaranteed to not get it.
Okay, fair point. But you will go into people's houses or apartments or...
Yeah, I will be a little more willing to, be normal, live a normal life. I mean, until the variants come around, and then we have to
then we're all done and we're all going to die. Yeah. Whatever.
I mean, if a new virus came around or if a variant came around that was a lot more deadly, humanity would be over, because we've proven that humanity in general cannot cannot go by any rules. So
actually, before we get to the show, you know how basically it seems like America's trying to get one more surge in before the vaccines, or before we're fully vaccinated,
Mm-hmm.
we're going out of our way to open stuff up.
Yeah.
And a friend sent me a thing of 14 states have their numbers going back up recently.
Yeah. It's up to 15, I think.
It's up to what?
15.
Okay. Apparently, New York is doing worse than Texas. Texas said, fuck it. We don't even give it. We're going to pretend COVID doesn't even exist anymore. And New York is doing worse than Texas.
Really?
Yeah. Apparently, Texas is not surging the way New York is.
Mississippi is. They're the first state to do away with all rules.
I thought Texas was the first to do away with all rules.
Texas did away with the mask mandate. Mississippi was not only no mask, no social distancing, no limit on capacity. They're nothing. They did away with everything. Fun fact.
I mean, maybe if you live in Mississippi, that's their version of euthanasia. They're it's fine. If anyone wants to kill themselves, and we understand you live in Mississippi.
I mean, fun fact, Mississippi is dead last in the country in education. So it's a true fact.
Of course, explaining what a true fact is may be tough in Mississippi.
True.
Is Mississippi the only state that has where most of the kids in the state have trouble spelling the name of the state?
Probably.
What else is going on, Jay? So will you go out to bars?
I will go to bars that aren't too packed or have outdoor seating.
Okay. Will you go to a concert of some shitty band from Europe that no one else has ever heard of, yet you have 37 albums of theirs?
Sparks?
Yeah, that one.
I have 20 albums by them.
Holy crap.
The
guy was fixing your computer. He's like, I got rid of that Spark stuff. There must have been a virus on your computer. My 20 albums!
It would probably depend on the venue. Like, I have tickets for Black Crows at Jones Beach. Jones Beach is outdoors. I would probably do that.
Madison Square Garden, Dandy Warhols. And they say this is the last concert we're ever doing. Last concert we're ever doing by Dandy Warhols. It'll be a 3-hour awesome concert, and then we are all killing ourselves. It'll never be another concert.
I don't think I'm ready for an indoor stadium concert yet.
And at the concert, if your name is Jay, you get to sit next to Olivia Munn.
Well, I mean, if I'm going to go out, I might as well.
Then it's worth it.
Yeah. You know, G4 TV is coming back, and they got Olivia on board.
Was she busy doing anything else? No, that's awesome. Well, what did G4 TV become? Like, I didn't even realize it was gone, actually, to be honest.
Did it become Spike?
All these channels have become. I know that I thought the Nashville network or like the country music network somehow became Spike.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what happens.
Yeah, I don't really know.
Anyway.
You know what also has a lot of value? Apparently, people are making a lot of money off of selling sneakers. Do you have any old sneakers you could sell?
I mean, are they used or are they just new in the box?
No, I guess they're new versions of old sneakers. But apparently, like, there's hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars made off people selling sneakers.
I mean, the things people keep like brand new, I don't get how they like. It'll be like a cereal box from the 80s, and somebody will have it like unopened in mint condition. Like, how?
So apparently, the sneaker industry when we were growing up was all about like getting sneakers from like athletes, like the Jordan. But like you want to wear like there's like we'd fall for the idea that they would actually make us better at basketball. But now it's become purely style.
Yeah.
And there are basketball players that have shoes, but like it's all about style. And they do a lot of like limited edition sneakers. Apparently there was an executive at Nike, a VP there, who's probably making a lot of money. Her son had figured out a way to basically, you know how like all these people go on like Ticketmaster and buy all the tickets before you can buy them? Her son was doing that basically. He was figuring out how to buy sneakers before the public could on all these sales and then flipping them. Apparently he was making like $20,000 a month reselling sneakers.
Weird.
Yeah. I also like, so apparently the woman, the Nike VP, she lost her job basically, or had to leave her job because they were like, you can't work here and have your son like be doing this. And so you're fired. And he was making a lot of money. And the story is like, oh, a young entrepreneur, that's pretty cool what he's doing. But I'm like, hey, actually he's a young asshole basically, forcing everyone to pay more money for sneakers. Not that anyone has to. I just hate all those markets where you're like, hey, you know, you want to go see this concert? There's a middleman that you do not need that's going to be involved in it to make the price go up.
Yeah, everything's like that. The new PlayStation, scalpers bought all of them. It's been almost impossible to get a PlayStation for like the last 4 months.
Yeah, I've heard like it's really hard to get the PS5. Why is it so goddamn hard?
Scalpers, they all bought them and they try to sell them for like double and triple. The thing is, people need to chill and just not buy them for double or triple, or they wouldn't do it. Because when a system comes out, there's hardly any games anyway. So you'd be like, oh, you bought them all? Fuck you. Sit on them now. But the problem is people do. People will pay $1,500 just to say, I played the 2 games that are out for the system first.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not impressed that you played like the demo game that comes with the system before I did.
I mean, it's also that like the first games are not going to be the best games. The better games are going to come out later anyway. Right?
Yeah.
Like what are the big games out for PS5 right now?
Demon Souls. I think like Sackboy Adventures, and there's not much else right now. There's not a ton of games.
Okay. So yeah, you probably don't even care about getting like just if you can get over the fact that I need the new thing, you'll probably just wait a while and get the new one.
That's what I'm doing. I'm gonna wait until like the summer probably.
Yeah, I would assume the supply will go back up and you won't care it. Like people won't care as much, and then you'll be like, oh, I know what I did. I walked into the store and bought it.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I always do. It's like, okay, you paid $1,500. I waited 2 months and I got it for $5. So cool.
Yeah, exactly. Wow, you played the game before me. Whoop to do.
Yeah. Yeah. Email?
By the way, does your job make you do they force you ever to strip at team building seminars as part of like being do they basically ever force you to strip down as part of an initiation as part of your job?
No, you get hazed at your job now?
No, I don't. But if you want to work at Panda Express, apparently you get hazed.
Because Panda Express isn't bad enough.
Yes. The place where you buy shitty Chinese food in the mall is forcing workers to apparently strip down as part of an initiation for part of team building. I don't think you need team building. Why the fuck would you need team building if you work at Panda Express? The whole point is not to keep working there.
How about recipe building?
Apparently, this person claimed that they were invited to or told they had to basically participate in a team building thing, and said it was a part of a bizarre, psychologically abusive 4-day seminar that more and more resembled a cult initiation ritual as time went on, according to a lawsuit.
Wow.
At one point, they did a trust building exercise. They required employees to subject themselves to dehumanizing activities in order to prove their loyalty to the company. The company basically, which is built on giving out hors d'oeuvres to people or giving out free samples to people that'll never come back, they need to build loyalty.
I mean, I'm in a shitty situation, but at least I didn't get hazed to be in it.
Can you imagine getting hazed to work at like Panda Express? I can't believe people would go like we're gonna haze you as part of working at Panda Express. It's cool. Subway's hiring. I'll see you later.
Yeah, exactly.
These aren't like big time. You're like, I'm getting $11 an hour to be treated like shit.
At best, probably less.
What was the at some point so in one seminar for one of the days they were told to pretend they were on a sinking ship and that only 4 of them would survive. On the following day, leaders allegedly filmed on them while instructing them to act as if light from above was coming to suck away their negative energy. It's just weird.
How does that build a team?
Yeah. Oh, another one. A woman was forced to remove her clothing and share her inner struggles. And then she was forced to hug another participant who was also like stripped down.
It sounds like they're making like snuff films.
These are all from the story. Again, alleged about Panda Express. I'm sure. If anything, I would assume the free samples are coming out. That's how they're spreading the coke. I don't know. I can't believe you're getting tortured to work at it. Are there any what fast food outlet would you be okay with getting tortured to work at?
I don't think any. I mean,
but if you had to choose one, which one would you choose? Panda Express. You have to do a 4-day ritual hazing. Which one are you going to work for?
Taco Bell.
Okay.
Just because that's my favorite one.
Yeah, I mean, that's a fair point. I think I'd get hazed to have all access to Wendy's Frosties.
Mm-hmm. Wendy's would be a close second for me, yeah.
Okay. By the way, Burger King in the UK is under fire for tweeting "Women belong in the kitchen" as part of International Women's Day. They were trying to say they are supporting women becoming chefs because apparently being a chef is a male-dominated industry, and they were trying to grab attention by saying a fucking moronic thing.
Well, they got their attention. So when I think of gourmet chef, I think fried fake meat.
Yes. the best part is that they were frustrated and like people who were like, I don't understand. Why didn't people on Twitter understand nuance? They didn't understand irony, jokes, sarcasm. All those things were apparently lost to a Twitter audience.
I mean, Twitter is just the angriest site I think I've ever been on.
I mean, apparently Burger King they'd never heard of Twitter prior to doing this, or else they would have fucking known this would go over poorly.
If you're outraged at anything and everything, Twitter is the place for you.
I mean, Burger King could have just posted, "We support women," and a third of the way down of their responses would be like racist, like not comparing them to Nazis, like
yeah.
No matter what you do, Twitter's a horrible, horrible place.
Yeah, it's really bad.
What else is going on, Jay?
Lorenzo writes, in regards to last episode's question, there's a new sports card podcast hosted by the Ringer website. It's called Sports Card Nonsense. Apparently, sports cards have gone crazy lately, too.
All these things, NFTs, sneakers, sports cars. Was there more of the email, or that's just it?
That's it, but he sent another one.
Okay, let's do the other one. By the way, I have a question. If the IRS sent you a letter and said they owe you $285,000 for your tax return, would you take the money?
Yeah.
No, but you would know they don't actually owe you $285,000.
I mean, according to their records, they do, and they're the boss, right?
So apparently there was an attorney who got a letter from the IRS saying the IRS miscalculated his 2019 taxes and he was due $285,000.
Mm-hmm.
He apparently had to go out of his way sending letters and just trying to convince the IRS not to send him this money. Because I guess he didn't want to go to, he figured like at some point they're going to say you accept this money and put me in jail because I know they do not actually owe me this money.
I would accept it and I would keep it in an account for like 5 years.
You think IRS wouldn't have access to any account you have?
No, I would wait. And if they didn't ask for it back within 5 years, I would figure it's lost in the red tape.
Okay, you're saying you're going to keep it basically in, like at some point you're like, it's mine after 5 years. They haven't asked for it.
Yeah, because the odds of them figuring it out if they haven't figured it out in 5 years is very slim. So in the meantime, it'd be accruing interest and making money off of that. And if they don't ask for the money back, then after 5 years, I'm like, okay, now it's mine.
Jay, what's your retirement plan? My retirement plan is to hope the IRS doesn't know about the money they sent me.
Lorenzo writes, hey, fellas, how good are the cryptos going? I only bought in because you guys in 2018, Cardano was 77 cents, now at $1.30, and Tron was at 8 cents, now at 6 cents. I am finally over the break-even point. Thanks heaps. The irony is that this investment had a long-term goal to raise enough money for a trip to America to catch some NBA games. That's not happening anytime soon.
Yeah, that is cool that we gave investment advice and like help someone.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, I definitely didn't say get Tron.
Yeah, Jay's like, listen, I'd recommend Cardano, but Tron's bullshit. I actually I had Cardano and Stellar Lumens, but at some point I hadn't logged in for like 2 years. I logged in and they said, this account is no longer, our company is no longer allowed in the US. And you were supposed to like 6 months prior to that, take all your money out and set up their American version. And I lost all the money basically. It was only like $500, but or I think it was like $250, whatever it was. It went to zero. It was awesome.
Well, Cardano's at $1.40, so Lorenzo's getting close to doubling his money on that.
You know, when I tried to take the money out, it was like 30 cents. So great.
Yeah, I had a similar thing with I think Bittrex, but I had to.
I think it was Bittrex also.
I had to sell everything. It was I think you had Binance.
Oh, maybe I had Binance. I can't fucking do this.
But I had to sell everything to move it to Coinbase.
Yeah.
But Coinbase only has like 3 currencies, so I sold everything and put it into Bitcoin, which, I mean, it worked out. Bitcoin went up a lot, but I had like 2,500 Cardano. It would have been nice to.
Well, I tried to. First of all, I should have just bought Bitcoin to begin with. But I tried to move it. Like it said, you're not allowed to. And then like I thought I found a way to like move it still. And then I put like Anyway, whatever I did, the account went to zero, and the money never appeared in my Coinbase account.
That's annoying.
Yeah, I don't really know who to complain to, and I just kind of give up. On the other hand, Ethereum has gone up to like enough that like it's made up for those losses. And when Ethereum goes to zero, then I'll complain.
Yeah.
Do you think this stuff will actually ever will the stuff keep going up, or will eventually like just blow up and be worthless?
In theory, it should go up. In theory.
I mean, so basically what people have said is that it's not really currency, but it's like virtual gold is the better comparison.
Mm-hmm.
Because obviously, like, you could spend it, but it's really hard to spend money that keeps fluctuating in value.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's going to have to stabilize at some point for it to be a legitimate currency. If not, then yes, it's like gold.
Or it's just like gold. And is there any? I mean, gold. People like gold. Like, why can't it just stay like gold?
Right.
I mean, it's easier to move around than virtual gold. Like, I mean, it's virtual. A virtual gold is easier to like hold than actual gold.
Yeah.
I don't know. I wish when you started talking about this, I said, I'm gonna put all my life savings in Bitcoin, because that would have been awesome.
I remember when I started talking about it, I was like, I want to get a Bitcoin, but $2,000 is way too much. And if I bought a
Bitcoin, at what point would I have sold? Because right now it's like it's hit $60,000 pretty recently. I think it might be a little below that right now. But do you think you would have held on this long?
I don't know. It's at 56,000 right now. So yeah, I don't know. I probably would have sold at like 10,000 and been really mad that it went up to 50.
You know, there's some story about some kid or teenager, or I guess maybe some young adult. I don't know how old the person was, but he was wanting to prove that you could buy things with Bitcoin. So he paid 8 Bitcoin for a pizza a long time ago.
Yeah, this was like this is one of the first recorded Bitcoin purchases.
Yeah. Can you believe he paid $400,000 for a pizza?
It's probably a really good. I hope it was a really good pizza.
It better been. Like, he's like, I didn't even get extra cheese for $400,000.
Is that all your news stories?
Oh, I'll go. I have a couple more, and then we can be done.
Okay, that's it for emails. thebrinkofsanity@gmail.com is our email.
A Brazilian entrepreneur is crafting bikinis out of tape to give customers perfect tan lines. So we're working on a vaccine for COVID. Brazil is working on making bikinis out of tape. I think we all see which nation is smarter.
I mean,
clearly the Brazilians.
That would explain why Brazil is like one of the only countries in the world that's doing worse than us for COVID, right?
I don't know. I just like the fact that they're like, hey, if we're all gonna die anyway, let's make the women like just wear tape.
Why would, if you were a woman, why would you want to wear tape?
I guess the idea is you have perfect tan lines, because the tan line's just the line of tape.
Okay, I guess you'd have to really be into perfect tan lines.
I think that's a big thing people are into in Brazil.
Okay.
I don't know. They show in the video, which I don't need to send you, but like women wearing it and they pull the tape off. I mean, they don't in the video. They just show like they don't show like the woman like fully nude, but they show like it's just hilarious. They're wearing tape. I hope that catches on in America. I really hope next time I go to the beach, all the attractive women at least are wearing tape. And I really hope it does not catch on for men, because that's just not going to work out.
I mean, we're kind of a prude country, so maybe
we'll be the last goddamn country wearing tape.
Yeah, exactly. We're still afraid of the nipples.
So you remember in Japan, the Fukushima disaster?
Yeah.
So and for those that remember, there was a nuclear reactor that had a meltdown there. Pretty horrible. So anyhow, there's a mayor in Japan of a small town who they were giving out money to they were offering money if a town would volunteer to be tested for nuclear waste. The mayor raised his hand and said, our town needs money. You could test nuclear waste on our town. What do you think? Were the citizens of that town very happy that the mayor found a way to get money for the town?
Guys, do you want to hear the good news or the bad news?
So I'll tell you, I I think some people appreciated the initiative because the schools needed money. Critics firebombed his house.
I mean, I don't know how unjustified that is if you're testing nuclear waste then.
Guys, you know how we still have nightmares over the shit that happened here? I'm gonna make it where it hits closer to home here. You know, you guys.
I would say maybe this is the only time I would say firebombing a house might have been justified.
I would say you're like, I don't think we need an election. Just firebomb his house. That sounds better. It's just like I didn't, you know, I really should have worked harder to get the support of the people that have the firebombs.
The guy's just sitting on his couch that's on fire. He's like, yeah, I probably should have seen this coming. I kind of had this one coming.
A California bill would ban boys and girls departments in stores.
Well, looks like we got our Fox News segment for the next 3 months.
Seriously. Apparently some retailers, like I think said Target has already done that. But some retailers have already done this, not having a boys or girls section. Though I'm sure they also have like one section that's clearly the boys section and one section that's clearly the girls section.
Yeah. They just don't have.
They want to make it. They want to not discriminate. Boys should be allowed to wear, I guess, dresses, and girls to wear boys stuff, and no one should feel inferior at all. And this is the kind of stuff that California does because they want to make sure the conservatives just fucking hate them.
So since I downgraded my cable, I don't get the news networks, but I get this one channel.
Wait, you don't get the news networks?
No, but
what did you downgrade it to?
Apparently, I get almost
all you get is PBS.
Pretty much, but I do get this one channel that shows the 4 major networks in each quadrant of the screen, and so I can.
What ghetto ass cable do you have?
So I can go over. I could, hover over each quadrant to hear the audio from it. Anyway,
hover. How do you even fucking hover? With your remote, you're hovering over stuff?
Yeah, you do up, down, left, right, and you can, I can move the. Anyway, that's not the point. So,
do you when show like ABC's like we're premiering a new series, and you're like, oh, I'm still waiting for the new season of Lost. That's the network the cable I have is 15 years behind current cable.
So it's CNN, MSNBC, BBC World News, and Fox News, and the other 3 were all showing how they did a study, and the results were that almost 100% of the election meddling was from the right. And Fox News decided to just do a flashback of a few months ago from when the Washington Post said something inaccurate about Trump. They just completely ignored like the current news. And it's kind of interesting like going to that channel and seeing what like every news station's covering and then what they're covering. I've been doing that kind of a lot, and it's
I did that pretty. Remember I done that a little while back where it was like the news story was something about like Biden talking about the stimulus, and you cut to Fox News, and the Fox News story was Democrats trying to overthrow the country.
Yeah.
Democrat insurrection. Like it just doesn't. I would say are all the Trump supporters still in on this, but we have that Trump page, that fake Trump page, which we haven't really been posting on anymore. And we've gotten like 150 likes since we stopped posting.
Yeah. You posted the other day, yesterday?
Yeah.
What did you like about my presidency?
Yeah.
So we haven't posted in months. It got 132 likes and 83 comments, and almost 100% of the comments have spelling or grammar errors and didn't actually say anything they really like. It was just generic stuff. So I put a comment, thank you for all the very detailed responses.
So you said before in the air that your mom, your sister are Trump supporters.
The whole family except me and my dad, yeah. My dad even voted for Trump, but then really regretted it and felt terrible about his decision.
Okay, so have you talked to them since like recently about politics? Are they still as into Trump?
All in.
Okay, so they're just like 2024, he's coming back, the election was stolen?
Yeah, I mean, nothing he did fazed them at all. Even the fact that he secretly got a vaccine and didn't tell anybody that you should get a vaccine when people were dying from it. Like, no problem with that at all, apparently.
He's the only person that did post their vaccine photo on Facebook?
The only person in the country that did not post the vaccine photo.
You know what'd be great if he was like, hey, Twitter, let me back on because I want to post my vaccine photo. And Twitter lets him back on. He's like, Joe Biden stole the election. Oh, fuck. Let him back on. We really thought it was going to be a vaccine photo.
Oh, did you see HBO is airing a new Looney Tunes series?
Oh, no, I didn't see that.
So it's got all the old characters minus Pepe Le Pew because he's been canceled. But it's got Elmer Fudd and Yosemite Sam and Bugs Bunny. Elmer Fudd and Yosemite Sam are not allowed to carry guns. So Elmer Fudd is chasing Bugs Bunny with a big scythe, like the Grim Reaper's scythe.
Oh.
So chopping a bunny's head off is still fine. Violence and murder are still funny. You just have to you be careful which weapon you use to murder the bunny.
The Pepe Le Pew thing is kind of funny. I don't know what's funnier, the fact that they got rid of him or the fact at some point they were like, you know, it'd be awesome if we could have like a skunk that's kind of rapey.
It almost canceled Space Jam 2. They almost ceased production and scrapped the entire movie.
Why?
Because he's in it.
Oh, he's in it. Oh, I didn't realize.
So they said, hey, instead of wasting tens of millions of dollars, why don't we just remove his scenes and go on with the movie? But it literally almost canceled the entire movie.
If you could ever do a deep fake or just put someone's head on something, you should re-show Pepe Le Pew old cartoons, but put Andrew Cuomo's face on it. That would be awesome. And just have the word intern written on the other one.
You could probably do that pretty easily.
Yeah, that would be awesome. We could, if I knew how to do any of that kind of stuff, that would go viral.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also had a Tennessee man leaves $5 million to 8-year-old dog in his will.
I mean, why are you just wasting money?
Shouldn't that be a sign of you're mentally ill?
Yeah.
Don't give the money to, I guess. How do you think that works? Like, I guess someone becomes the in charge of the money for the dog, right? Obviously, they don't give. They're like, we gave the dog a bunch of money, and he ate the dog, and he pooped on the money, and the money's gone.
I would guess somebody would adopt the dog, and they'd be like, "All right, dog, wag your tail if you want me to have this $8 million." Oh, thank you so much, dog. Here's a treat.
So I imagine there's someone like some kind of trustee, someone in charge of the dog. Could you imagine like that was your like, you're named in the will, like, hey, my dog Lulu is getting the $8 million, and I named I named Jay in charge of managing the money for the dog. And you're like, wait, they're like, yeah, Jay, if you spend the money in any other way besides for the dog, you're going to jail. You're like, I really have to spend $8 million, $5 million just for this dog? Yeah, Jay.
That would be so aggravating. Who's
like
going to follow
like,
up?
You're like, fuck, like, I can't believe I owe this money to the credit card. Hey, Jay, why don't you use all that $5 million you have? Maybe maybe the dog give me a loan. Bark 3 times if I can have a fucking loan.
House gets foreclosed, living on the streets, but got $5 million in the bank account for the fucking dog.
The dog has like gold bones. You're like, why is the dog dressed so well? You seem to be homeless. Yeah, the dog's really rich, but won't give me any fucking money.
Dog's eating like caviar for dinner. I'm like going through the trash cans for like half-eaten Burger King burgers.
Jay's blowing guys for rent, and the dog's just like living on like silks on like I don't know, whatever rich people living. The dog has like a yacht.
I mean, I guess the good news is if you didn't spend it, you would, in theory, outlive the dog.
Then you have to convince the court that the dog left the money to you.
Like, no, sorry, the dog left the money to the cat.
Now he left the money to a fucking turtle. Turtles never die.
So what are those
Your Honor, I did kill the turtle, I swear, but the turtle left me the money.
One of those Galapagos turtles that lives to like 110.
So what's your plan in life? I gotta outlive this fucking turtle and I'll be rich. All I know is I have to convince you, I have to hope the IRS never calls to get their money back and outlive this turtle. I'll be fucking set. It's a good plan for life.
Yeah.
What if as part of the show, part of it, they're like, you can have 10% of the money if the dog is on every episode of Break Your Sanity.
Sure.
But you have to do an episode every week with the dog.
Yeah, that's fine. Is that all your news stories?
Yeah, I'm pretty much done. And also some woman was conned for over $100,000. She was convinced she was in a romance with Bruno Mars. It was a catfishing scam, which somehow they convinced that Bruno Mars was on the other side of this. Bruno Mars, who probably could like have sex with like 100 women in one day. She was convinced that he needed to meet women online.
He calls her on the phone, and when she asks a question, he just plays like a line from a song. It's got the music in the background and everything.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't, and I guess somehow she convinced them. They convinced them also that Bruno Mars needed her money.
Right. Yeah. That's the other thing. It's like, you know, that guy you saw during the Super Bowl halftime show a couple of years ago? He needs your money.
Apparently, the FTC has reported that in 2020, scams like this, romance scams, how much do you think Americans lost in catfishing romance scams in 2020?
It's going to be way too much.
And this, I guess you're adding in the Bruno Mars $100,000. I'm not sure if that was in 2020 or 2021.
I'm going to say $10 million.
$304 million.
Holy crap.
Holy crap.
We're in the wrong business.
We should be scamming people out. We should be catfishing people.
You never hear about these people getting caught, like ever.
I mean, I think part of it is they're probably mostly abroad. Like, it's like, they're obviously not, they're probably not setting up shop in the US, because then you can do it in the Cayman Islands, you're never going to get prosecuted. And also the people probably that get conned are too embarrassed for how stupid they look.
Right.
Because I'm sure it's not like one person getting scammed at $10 million. I'm sure there's lots of like very small ones, like 20 grand here, 30 grand here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, it's call centers.
So what age group do you think had the highest, lost the most money?
Oh, 60 and over.
70 and over, but yeah, close enough.
Yeah.
40 to 69 were targeted the most, but 70 and above lost an average of 10 grand.
Well,
the U.S. government has had to produce a romance scam guide to help people avoid being scammed by these things.
Unbelievable. It really is.
Hey, I know you work for the government. Your job for the next few months, you need to figure out how to convince Americans to stop giving their money away to people who say they're Bruno Mars. Go.
Well, I guess this is a good segue into my phone call.
Okay. Well, we have one Facebook question.
Okay.
And then we're done. Where was it? Andrew writes, the greatest guest ever. Is Jay going to eventually start up his own accounting business and call it Brink of Sanity Accounting?
That would be a pretty good name, actually.
Yeah. Jay. Oh, actually, two other questions. Andrew also writes, how long until the Twitch stream features baking funfetti cakes?
Well, that's your department, Mark.
So my wife just had her 40th birthday,
which,
you know how you want to celebrate your 40th in a goddamn pandemic. But anyway, we just celebrated at home. I had ordered this cake online that was recommended to me. And the cake was like, the cake I think was like $50. You assume a $50 cake is going to be a pretty big cake, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was small as shit. It was also like a funfetti cake also. I opened the box and I was like, well, I'm a fucking moron.
How much was it?
$50 for the cake.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, anyway. outside of that, the 40th birthday pandemic stuff was a success. Actually, I also got her an Apple Watch. The Apple Watch was broken on day one. I'm waiting to get a new one.
Yeah. It came broken, or
it came broken.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like we did like an online session where like someone was supposed to like help you set stuff up, and the guy's looking at it, he's like, "Hey, what's that like? That little like basically like an air pocket basically on the watch." Or like, I don't know. He's like, "I'm pretty sure you're having problems with the watch because it's broken." They actually got like they're sending us a new one pretty fast, so it's actually pretty cool. But yeah. But anyway, that's what's going on in my world. Andrew also writes, Jay, how close were you realistically to buying a place out of New York?
So I am still going forward with the purchase, and it is 99% happening.
Jay will still be in New York, right?
Yeah.
But just not New York City.
It's outside of New York City, but yeah, it's like 20-minute drive outside New York City.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. I can't believe like within you're going to be out by April 1st. You'll be living outside of New York City, right?
Most likely. Yeah, most likely.
Fucking awesome.
By next episode, I will probably have a move-in date. Yeah. So
have you told your landlord?
I told him a couple of weeks ago that we are almost definitely moving out this month.
I mean, how much notice? I guess in the sense of, are you sure you will not be charged for next month's rent?
Almost. I'm going to call him this weekend and just be like, look, we still don't have a move-in date. 99% chance we're moving out in the next 2 weeks. So just want
because he doesn't want like any like he's not going to try to charge you because you didn't give enough notice. Basically, is the question.
Well, that's why I'm going to call him this weekend. I told him like beginning of February, like middle of March, we'll probably be out. Now it's the middle of March, so like I'll be like, a couple more weeks. I think I've given him enough heads up.
Are you going to miss being in the city?
No, not at all.
No, not at all.
Not at all.
You're not going to miss your day. I thought you actually seem to like your neighborhood.
I mean,
before COVID, I guess.
I mean, I like my neighborhood. I don't like my neighbors, but like, it's fine. I mean, this other, there's enough stuff by where I'm moving, or I'm not really gonna miss much.
Yeah. Somehow my Jay is moving next to a building where my dad has his office.
Like literally next door.
Literally next door. It's just so random.
It's really random.
So random. But it'll be awesome getting out of the city. Yeah. Are you your neighbors? My understanding is your neighbors are all like were able to also buy places that are next to you.
Yeah, they're surrounding me just so I don't feel like homesick.
Okay, perfect. Because that would really suck if you like got the move and the neighbors didn't come with you.
Yeah. That was one of the conditions, and I said I need the insomniac lady with the giant dog to be above me because I don't know how I'm going to sleep without 24-hour noise.
I was like, how have they been lately? Like in the sense of like, are they making it so you just want to get out even more?
Yeah.
Or have they been like good neighbors suddenly?
No. Every time I hear, the dogs or the yelling or anything, I'm just like.
There's yelling?
Yeah. Well,
what kind of yelling?
The front apartment pretty much. Sorry, 1 second.
Did you leave?
No. Anyway, the front apartment, the lady who lives there, she has a running commentary like 24 hours a day. I can hear every word she says, and it seems like she just narrates her life. It's unbelievable. And then
awesome.
Yeah.
What else are you leaving behind, Jay?
Let's see. Well, they also have 3 of those tiny little dogs that bark at everything. So it's like an alarm every time anybody comes in or out of the building. All the dogs start barking like crazy, and then the guy in the apartment screams at the dogs to shut up. So I get the barking and the screaming. They also smoke like constantly from like 5 a.m. until like midnight. They're just smoking like cigarettes and weed. So got a nice odor coming down the hallway all day.
How are you going to keep your sanity having just like peace and calmness, like normal neighbors? How are you going to survive?
Maybe my anxiety will go away. Who knows?
Yeah, maybe that'll be a big thing for you.
Yeah.
Like suddenly what are you gonna do when you have less to complain about? Is the black mold coming with you?
No, I don't think the black mold's coming with me either.
That's fucked up, Jay.
Matt got my Moon and Night shirt. You ever see Aqua Teen Hunger Force? That's my shirt.
Oh, wait, are you showing me it?
Well, I've been wearing it.
The shirt you're wearing now?
Yeah. I don't know if you remember in the early 2000s, to promote the new season of Aqua Teen Hunger Force, they put light up Moon and Night figures all over the city, and Boston thought it was terrorism, and so they like shut down like bridges and highways and stuff. And so the makers of Aqua Teen Hunger Force came out with this shirt, and it says "Up Yours, Boston" under it, and he's giving the finger.
Oh, that's awesome. I kind of remember that story. Okay, let's hear your phone call, Jay.
Okay, so this is a phone call I got while I was trying to work, and I didn't recognize the number, and I had a feeling it was a scam call, so I just hit record, and it was.
How do you wait? Just explain to me. How do you record it?
Same way I turned on my recording equipment and I put it on speaker, and so I had the speaker of the phone like aimed right at the microphone, and I was talking into the microphone.
Oh, okay. So it wasn't like a feature there wasn't a feature basically on the phone where like that I just don't realize.
No.
Okay.
So.
Okay, let's hear this.
Okay. Yeah, I got a call about a charge. Yeah.
So when did you receive the call about the charge?
Just now. See, as you can hear in the background, it's a call center. There's like 100 people in the background.
Yeah, they're all call centers. Like they're all like, these are like people's actual job is just to go scam people.
It's unbelievable.
Scam is a business.
But how does nobody find out? Does a building of like 100 people all scamming people out of money?
I don't know. I think it's just like, this is like they're in India or something else. And like, it's just like, okay, that's a business.
Anyway.
Like the Indian government just doesn't give a shit.
So right now your line has been transferred to me. So in order to pull it out on my system, can I verify your first and last name so that I can check on my system?
Sure. It's Bobby Drake, Drake. That's Iceman.
You really love that.
That's
Bobby
Iceman
Drake
from
name.
the X-Men. Yeah.
Can you spell it out your first name?
B-O-B. Yeah, B-O-B-B-Y.
Can you verify me your zip code?
It is 20739. I just made up a random zip code.
So do you have an Amazon account?
Well, isn't that what this call is about?
Sir, here, as I can see on my system, there is a purchase made under your name, that is Apple MacBook Pro and Apple AirPods, and the amounting is $1,537.35, and it will be delivered to you by tomorrow at your address.
So a couple of days ago, I got the same type of scam call, and they said, "Do I recognize the charge?" And I said, "Yeah." And like, "So you ordered this?" And I go, "Yeah." And they just hung up on me. I guess I was supposed to say
so what's
no.
the scam here? I'm not following what the scam is. Like you call up and say there's a charge, and then what?
I'll uncover the scam shortly.
Okay.
Did you ever purchase an Apple MacBook Pro and Apple AirPods amounting to $1,537.35?
No, I did not. So I learned to say no.
In that case, did you have an Amazon account, sir, with us?
No.
Okay.
He hasn't even confirmed what account you have.
No, it's just all vague.
It's the account.
Yeah.
Is it your Brentwood?
Yes, I am definitely from Brentwood. I guess my cell phone number has a Brentwood zip code, so I just went along with it.
Okay. Area code, you mean?
Area code, and no, I don't live in Brentwood. I never have, but I went along with it.
Okay. It will be delivered to Albany. 49 Albany.
I guess Albany is the
New
fake
York.
zip code I gave out.
So did you have a friend in Albany?
I have friends in lots of places, but I'm not buying them a MacBook.
Okay. So do you want me to go ahead or do you want me to cancel this order?
Yeah, you can cancel the order.
Okay. Sir, in that case, do you ever purchase this order under your name?
No, I did not. I'm like confused because he asked me that like 2 seconds ago.
So that may be the reason why you received a call from Amazon. Yes, I believe that
Amazon.
someone has got your personal information. So I need to run a full security check in order to cancel this order. So, but sir, before I go ahead and run a full security check, did you ever receive a one-time verification code on your cell phone number?
Yes.
Do you even know what the fuck he's asking?
No.
Well, one-time
Yesterday.
verification code. For what?
Yeah, I don't even know what he's asking. I'm just trying to get the right answers to uncover
So
the.
can you tell me the number, the purchase order number?
So he asked me for a security code, and then I said I have one, and then he goes, "Okay, give me the purchase order number." So he's not even getting his own scam right.
I mean, he's just not good at his job of scamming.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what the fuck he's talking. Like, it's so hard to follow this to keep up with the scam. Like, you're like, I want to get scammed. I can't figure out how to do it.
Yeah. I give him like maybe like a D+ so far. You get an order number.
But here, as I can see, it is a fraudulent charge. So you're telling me that you want to cancel this order, is that right, sir?
That is correct.
Okay. So just give me a quick moment, as there was a transaction of $1,537.35. For that, I need to run a full security check.
A full skill what?
Pretty sure he's saying
What are we
security.
talking
But go
about?
on.
I'm like, what the fuck is he talking about? This is like
He said this like 7 times also.
a
Like,
call center to deal with fake calls.
you're like, I'm canceling a charge that
Okay,
doesn't
sure.
exist.
Yeah.
Sure. Like, make your money
yeah.
this way. I imagine at some point he's going to ask for your personal information.
That was it. He did the security check like that quick. He's back.
Okay.
When I run a full security check, I can see that someone has stolen your identity without your knowledge.
Oh my God.
And they even create an Amazon account under your name, and the account is being accessed from multiple locations
Oh,
as well
boy.
as multiple devices.
Oh no.
Here, the account is being accessed
Oh,
from Ohio,
Jesus.
New Jersey, New York, and
Oh
Texas.
God.
So, sir, we
Oh,
have
boy.
also noticed that the account is being accessed from multiple devices.
Oh,
so I would
Jesus.
like to ask you that, did you have a friend, family member in the state of Ohio, New Jersey, New York, and Texas?
No.
So did you ever share your personal information, or did you ever lose your personal information like your debit card, driving license, social security number?
No. I guess it was a hack.
Sir, did you? Yes.
I got hacked.
You're like, God damn it, move forward with the scam
now,
already.
yes. So, did you suspect anyone who can steal your identity and create a fake Amazon account under your name?
I mean, maybe Magnus.
Magnus.
Yeah, it's
So you
Magneto.
believe Magnus is the person who can hack your personal information?
I think so. He's a bad dude.
I like the call, Jay. This is good.
So right now, yes, we work closely with all the bank, and it is a fraudulent order that was not authorized by you. So from Amazon, I will cancel the Apple MacBook Pro and Apple AirPods. But as there was a transaction under your name, that is $1,537.35. For that, we need to cancel the transaction. In order to cancel the transaction, we need to batch your call to the bank, because your bank are the only one who can help you to stop the transaction to get debit from your bank account. So right now, in order to batch your call to the bank, can you help me out with the 1-800 customer care toll-free number, which is on the back of your debit card?
Yep, that's it. That's the scam right there. They want the number on the back of my card so they can. I don't know what that 1-800 number they would get.
Well, no. When you are on the phone with the bank, you will give your card number to the bank to verify who you are. So they'll have that. Then they'll use that later on. Like you'll call the bank and they'll be like, oh, can you verify you are? Oh, I'll give you the card number, 65474, expiration, security code, and they'll be like, ka-ching.
So you think he was starting with the 1-800 number and then he was going to ask for the rest of it?
I think he was going to be on the call. He's like, we have to call together, and then you call, you verify who you are, and then he just cuts off the call.
Huh. Okay. Well, I ruin it here. So my Amazon card is not linked to my bank.
But sir, if there was a transaction under your name, so
yeah, under my Amazon account, not my bank.
Yeah, that's right. But sir, as this is a case of hacking, we don't know the culprit. Once we find the culprit, he or she will be behind the bar. But
so you should have just kept calling the wrong number. You should have called Domino's. I wish our show could just be scam calls.
Okay, I'll call my bank.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy's so bad at this. I think I'd be better at scamming than this guy.
So yeah, I said I'll call my bank, and he just hung up on me.
I mean, I guess they also are just on alert for people fucking with them, because most of the time people are just fucking with them all day.
Mm-hmm.
But I think maybe he could just tell people you're like, you sound too not old to be like falling for this.
Yeah, I think I was making too much sense and too much logic.
You don't sound like a grandmother.
Yeah.
Clearly this is not going to go well.
Yeah, I think next time I'm going to start like fake crying and weeping.
Oh my God. I got to record more of these. You got to basically next time just keep dialing the wrong number.
Well, basically now that I'm working from home, I'm going to have my recording setup open all day and I'll just put the phone on speaker and record everything that comes in.
That'll be amazing. I mean, I get these calls. I get all the day. I get the warranty ones.
Mm-hmm.
The warranty on your car has expired or is about to expire. This is a one-time courtesy call to scam you out of money.
I got 2 of those today, and I don't even have a car.
I know I went through my spam on my work email, and I got the we've caught you watching porn. I was like, good, it's great.
I told you I got one, and they actually had one of my old passwords that I used to use, and they said they turned on my webcam and they recorded me, and they're gonna send it to like everyone on my contacts list. And I sat there for about 10 minutes, and I was like, okay, you know what? I'm just gonna have to deal with the fallout because I'm not paying them the money.
Could you also like you hear that you're like, whatever, everyone gets that. It'll be great.
I mean, I was thinking like, okay, well, I'm looking at the webcam right now and it's only like my waist up. So
what if that just becomes a thing? Like every other day you're getting like every day you're getting a video of like this, like today's a video of like bride jerking off. Tomorrow's a video of Doc jerking off. Like all your friends, you're getting like, they're all being scammed. You're like, another video of my friend jerking off. Fucking stop sending these things to me.
Matt would like
someone pay the Bitcoin so I don't have to fucking see that my friend's jerking off anymore.
Matt would like you to explain the artwork behind your above your Knicks poster.
Oh. So my this whole room, I'm in the basement, and the entire room is covered with art my kids have done.
Oh wow, that's a lot.
Yeah. So basically, we basically have covered the most of the stuff is from like when they were like 5 or 6 years old,
mm-hmm.
or like 4 years, like when they were younger, basically, and like they haven't posted as much lately, but give everyone else the rest of the view.
Now,
actually there are paintings back there, more recent paintings my kids have done, but I mean, it's just like putting your kids' stuff on the refrigerator. I just started putting everything in the basement. I don't know. It's kind of a museum for my kids, of my kids' work.
Now, can you scan it and put in NPF or whatever it was?
Yeah. That's what I should do. I should scan it. I should scan all this original artwork, and turn it into a non-fungible token NFT and sell it for millions of dollars. And then I'll put all the money towards the Brink of Sanity show.
I mean, just say it was like this artist that was the art was thought to be lost, and now it's been recovered, and it recovered in this NFT form, and you can get it for this low price of $5.
I was watching a YouTube video, how to make one of these art, like an NFT. And the video, like they did say, like if you follow the steps, it really wasn't that complicated to do.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm like, if it's this easy, there's got to be people are posting probably like thousands of these every day. It's not hundreds of thousands of these every day.
It'll be like the whole podcasting market. Like we start doing it, and then everybody on the planet has one, and
like people are giving away money to like people are paying all this money for this. You have to probably be like have some name recognition in the first place for people to pay for this shit.
I would think, yeah.
Yeah.
Unless
like I think the guy, the Beeple guy who got $69 million, he had like a huge following, even though he wasn't making money off it. Now, of course, he's richer than now he's insanely rich, but
I don't know.
You should become Beeple.
Yeah, apparently. I mean, we have over 1,000 episodes between this and the next podcast, and we haven't figured out how to make like a dime. So,
Jay, on your like deathbed, somebody will be like, "Oh, Jay, I know you're in the hospice care and all that, but turns out someone wants to pay $100 million for the first ever Brink of Sanity episode." That's great. That's wonderful. I'd finally be a success. Now smother me with a pillow.
We're going to start getting downloads as soon as we quit the show.
It'll be like at some point when like it doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah. Matt wants to know when the next gaming stream is.
Next week.
So AVGN Adventures comes out on Friday, so I'm going to stream that Friday, either morning or afternoon.
What is that game?
So the Angry Video Game Nerd is a guy who makes really funny YouTube videos. He's been doing it for like 14, 15 years now. Okay. And somebody made like an 8-bit game based on his series, and they threw in a whole bunch of Easter eggs and references to the show and all that stuff. They actually came out 2 full games, and they're coming out for the PlayStation. So yeah, well, it's coming out for Xbox and PS4. I think it's already out for Steam and Nintendo Switch, but Nintendo edited some stuff. So Nintendo being Nintendo cool. Had to censor.
So you will be playing that game online for our streaming audience.
Yes. So I'll be doing that.
Awesome.
We are going to finish until dawn next week.
Yeah, and then we will start an NBA 2K stream.
We could do an NBA 2K stream, and then I got a couple other games that I think we should play.
What other games? Preview for the audience.
So there's, well, you wanted to play another story-based one, right? So
yeah, I'm down for another story-based one.
So I think Heavy Rain would be a good one to do. And then I want to show you a Katamari game because those are a lot of fun.
Okay, I am definitely down.
And Jansen and I think, are going to stream a game called Hammer Watch. And we'll see. I got a bunch of streaming stuff planned. So
Twitch is taking off.
Yeah. Telltale Walking Dead. That game's so good. So the Walking Dead video game was so much better than the show.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's another.
I mean, the
one.
show got fucking terrible.
It's another one where you have to make decisions, and like the story is so good, and it's like gut wrenching because like a lot of times it'll be like save this guy or that guy, and you like both of them, and you just have to choose which one to kill, and then.
Is that a good one for the play for the show?
It might be. I played the whole series. I played the whole series for Xbox, but I could play it again for PlayStation. It was really good.
Okay. I will trust your judgment as far as what to play. Let's do it.
Okay, so yeah, we got a bunch of gaming stuff coming up.
You want to put out as much content as possible and make no money off it.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, the Telltale Walking Dead games might be fun.
Oh yeah, whatever. That sounds anything that sounds interesting as far as making decisions. Like if I have to make decisions, it sounds good to me.
There's 3 of them, and I suggested Heavy Rain because it's kind of like the Until Dawn type of game, but I haven't played it yet, so I'm not going to be as annoyed by your decisions.
That'll be interesting. So can I still make the decisions even though you've never played before?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome.
Because no matter what you choose, I haven't seen the result for it.
So if I say don't shoot the woman, you're going to still shoot her.
So you said yes, and it's recorded 59 minutes, 30 seconds.
I don't want to watch the video. I don't care what the video says. I use my own facts.
You said,
and my own facts say I did not give you permission to kill this woman.
You said, okay, fine. It's recorded, and it's there forever now.
That's bullshit, dude. That's a deep fake you're using on me.
Matt said he said, shoot that bitch. I heard that too, so we shot him. The cat's name
that might be true in your world. I'm thinking Jay's using deep fakes to edit my voice. It's bullshit, Jay.
The cat's name is CJ. C and J is the first letters of me and my girlfriend's names. So that's the cat's name. And we are not going to play Indigo Prophecy because that game looked absolutely terrible. And I watched a stream of that last week.
Did Matt ask about Indigo Prophecy?
Yeah, because it's the same guy who made Detroit Become Human and Heavy Rain, and both of those games are great. Indigo Prophecy was his first or second game, and the stream I watched, it looked really bad.
Okay, well, let's try some of the other ones. We can always, if we're looking for other ones, maybe.
I think we're going to have to do them a little more regularly so we don't take 2 months to beat one 8-hour game.
I'm down for doing a little more regularly. We'll see. Let's see how it goes.
Okay.
It took us a little. I guess it took us a while, huh?
It's been going on for months.
I don't even know. At a time doesn't even time doesn't even make sense to me anymore. So
yeah, that's true.
Remember, we were all like, "Okay, we're gonna take 2 weeks. We're gonna flatten the curve." Oh, what's that mean? We're all gonna stay inside and flatten the curve. What does that mean? Well, we're gonna flatten the curve. Okay, what happens when the curve is flattened? We'll stay home and not leave our houses for another year. I'm sorry, what?
I mean, in the Flatten the Curve people's defense, the curve never flattened.
Yeah, no, it never really flattened. But at the same time, we were talking about no one even mentions flattening the curve anymore.
Well, it flattened.
That'll get you punched out, basically. We should go back to flattening the curve.
It flattened at a 45-degree angle.
Yeah. By flatten it, you mean we got below 100% of people having it.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so I guess that is it for today. I might stream tomorrow. If not, I will definitely stream Friday.
Okay.
So thanks for joining, Matt, and anybody else who is in the chat and not talking. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being a friend. And
if you travel down the road again, but thank you for being a friend. How's it go?
Something Golden Girls is a good show.
Okay. As long as we're on the same page, we were trying to sing the Golden Girls theme song.
Yeah. So hit the follow button. You'll get a notification when we go live, and you can see all this stuff we just talked about.
Yes. And then you can tell all your friends you were the first one. You have inside information on the new NFT. It's gonna be huge.
There you go.
Just also, if you have any friends that know how to make an NFT, share the profits.
thebrinkofsanity@gmail.com. All right. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye, my love. Goodbye, everybody. It's all over. Goodbye. It's time to go. This is the end. Say goodbye.